just put those in the chat, and then Spencer will go in and answer them, and then we also can take some questions at the end as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here by just kind of showcasing the platform. So this is a demo account. So when you first log into the platform and create your account, you're not going to have any campaigns here. These are just campaigns that we've created for demo purposes. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and click new to create your first campaign, and that's all going to live right here in the campaigns tab. So sounds like you guys maybe have some interest in doing some real-time exclusive leads and also our live calls. So I'll show you guys both how to set up a campaign for both and what that means. So like Megan mentioned, the real-time exclusive leads, those are going to be ads that are filled out online, and from those ads online, the user is going to fill out a form. That form is going to turn into a lead and be sent to you in real time. So that's why we call them real time. And then they're exclusive to you for 30 days. So you'll be the only person that has access to this lead information for 30 days. So I will go ahead. We have Medicare and life insurance final expense leads. I'll just select Medicare. We have Medicare and Spanish Medicare as well. The difference obviously is just the Spanish Medicare, the advertisements that are run are in Spanish. So you're likely to end up talking to a Spanish speaker through those ads. Next, you are able to select your targeting method. So again, these are for real-time exclusive leads. You can only be targeting one state for these. That's opposed to our calls where you can target multiple states. So if you want to run the real-time exclusive lead campaign, you will just select what state you're interested in. So let's say I'm in Florida. So if I go ahead and just hit next here, I would be targeting the entire state of Florida. I also could go in, and if I wanted to get really specific with it, I could just go through and select some specific counties that I wanted to target. So now if I hit next, I would only be targeting these 3 counties in Florida. We also have a third way to target, and that would be through a radius. So say that Bay County, Florida area I wanted to target. I could go ahead and target that just like this. I could change the radius, down to 30 or even 15 miles. I could go all the way up to 120. And then one thing I wanted to point out too, if you live, near a border or your radius goes into a different state, your leads are only going to target the state that you are in. So if I were to go ahead and hit next here, I would only be receiving the leads that are in this radius within Florida. Also, maybe there's some areas you don't want to, sell in. You could just go ahead and enter any zip codes you don't want to receive leads from in this exclude zip code box and check it. And then you won't receive any leads in that area. So next, you're just going to select the maximum number of leads you want to receive in a day. So this is not a guarantee, but we pretty much in most cases we can hit this number for you. So you'll just want to set this to however many you want in a day. For the sake of the demo, I'll just keep it at 10. And then you're just going to review everything here and launch your campaign. So it sounds like you guys will be getting some credit to use towards some leads on the campaign. So definitely talk with your person about that. But you'll just go ahead and launch your campaign. And once you launch the campaign, you'll review all your information here. But once you launch it, it's going to live over in this area right here. And it'll be set to active, just like this campaign is right now. So as long as you see that the campaign is set to active, that means you're open to receiving those real-time exclusive leads. They'll come in 24/7. So, if you didn't want to receive leads at nighttime or outside business hours, you could just pause, select a reason here. Now your campaign is paused and you're no longer going to be receiving leads until you turn it back on. So that is the real-time exclusive leads. And I'm going to show you our CRM where all of those go in, and live, and you can go in and review those. But first, before I do that, I do want to go over the live calls as well. So for live calls, we have final expense inbounds, final expense live transfers, Medicare inbounds, Medicare live transfers, and Spanish Medicare inbounds. Sounds like these three are probably going to be the more popular products for you guys. And then we also have ACA live transfers. So for this product, I know Megan just mentioned this, but I'll go ahead and just kind of reiterate the difference between an inbound and a transfer. So an inbound is going to be a call that is generated in real time that was generated and initiated from the user. So the user is going to dial a phone number off of an advertisement that they see, and then it gets forwarded directly to your phone. So you'll be able to answer the call and be on the line with a user who's calling based off an advertisement for Medicare that they saw, wanting to talk to an agent. A live transfer is where the call center representative that's owned and operated by Fluent, partnered with Fluent there, they're going to dial out on lead information. They're going to get users on the phone. They're going to make sure those users are interested and wanting to talk to an agent about Medicare. And then they're going to pass it off to you. So that call will also go directly to your phone. And then same thing for Spanish, just that those advertisements are going to be in Spanish, just like the leads. So I'll just select Medicare inbound. And then the targeting method for this is a little bit different. Since it's all over the phone, there's no radius or counties or anything. It's just going to be any states that you're licensed in, you'll be able to fill out here. So you can fill out as many states as you want here and get all the states that you're licensed in. The more states, the better, because obviously you'll be connected in more states. And if you're licensed in more states, you'll have a higher call rate. So I would just fill out your states here. Hit next. This number, so this is extremely important. I don't want anyone to miss out on this part. So we record everything for you on our platform. So there really is no need to be using a third-party software to answer your calls here. I would say the majority of our agents on the platform are using their personal cell phones for this. So all it would be is you would put your personal cell phone number or your work phone. It's just best if there's no pre-recorded messages or anything like that, just because that any message or anything that plays before the call gets to you is going to hurt your call time, and the call could then be passed on to a different user and someone else could answer the call. And then, you wouldn't actually get the call. So just having this go directly to your cell phone, we've seen is the best case for, case use for all, our platform. So you would put that in here, hit next. And then similarly, you're just going to review your states, your phone number. If you had multiple campaigns for some reason, you could name this something just so you can stay organized. And then you're going to launch your campaign from here. And for those of you that are getting credit, you'll have that credit on your account. For those of you that don't, it is $250 to launch a call campaign or a real-time exclusive lead campaign. And you can obviously, as you receive calls and leads, your account balance is going to kind of dwindle down. So then you can just go in and put more funds on your account once your account balance runs out. So I'm not going to launch this campaign just because we have one here. This is a really important part of the demo as well. So I just want to show you guys this. So this is for call campaigns only. When you hit active, you're going to see down here this bar that pops up. It says waiting for a call, Medicare inbounds. This has to be popped up for you to be able to receive calls to your phone. All the calls are going to come directly to your phone, so they're not going to come through your computer, but you do have to have it active on a computer. So I do want to make that clear. Unfortunately, it does not, our system won't work if you're launching this from a cell phone or an iPad. You do have to have a desktop or laptop computer to launch a call campaign. So you'll just set it to active. You'll see this bar pop up, and then you'll be good to go to receive calls. and you can open other tabs in the platform, you can do other things, but if 30 minutes go by and you haven't received a call, it's going to auto pause. You'll get a notification on your screen that it has auto paused. So all you have to do is come back to the page and turn it back on. So, and then once you receive a call, also just to show you, this whole screen, this whole purple bar is going to turn green, and it's going to pop up like this, and it's going to have the person that you're on the call with, it's going to have their name, their phone number, some text boxes to fill out any additional information. There'll be a big text box on this side for notes, so you can take notes throughout the call to make sure that you're staying on top of things. And then most importantly, you'll be able to disposition your lead from this page. So we have a bunch of different statuses that I'll show you guys here in just a second to pick from. But once a call comes in, you'll select a disposition. So whether you booked a future appointment with them, whether you made the sale on that call, or we have a lot of different dispositions you can pick from for both leads and calls. You'll just select that here. You'll press save, and then your campaign will turn back on. That's another thing I wanted to mention, a question we get asked a lot. Your campaign will pause while you're on a call with someone else. So if you're on a call through our system, your campaign is going to pause and you won't receive calls until you've resumed your campaign. So I'll go here and just pause this. So now that it's paused, I'm no longer open to receiving calls, and it's paused. So next, now that I've gone through the campaign for real-time exclusive lead campaign and the live call campaigns, let me show you where all of that is going to go. So this is all just demo, fake lead information, but just to show you guys, all these leads are, going to be in your My Leads page. So any leads you receive from a real-time exclusive lead campaign, any calls you receive, or any leads that you purchase in our aged leads marketplace, which I'll show you guys here in just a moment, all of those are going to show up right here in this My Leads page. You can filter here. So, if you just wanted to filter it by the product, I could go ahead and click that. Now it's just showing me the calls that I have. And then you can obviously see here, the caller's information lives on the page. But if I go in and click in on it, it shows me, okay, their name, their phone number, their address, and then any notes that I took, say I wanted to remind myself to call them back. I'll take a note here. I also can change the status to any of our statuses that we have here. So maybe I want to follow up with them. Maybe I called them back and left them a voicemail. You can, change the status so you can stay up to date with your lead. And then most importantly, all your calls are recorded right here on the platform. So really this page is a timeline. It shows you from the moment it was generated. So this one was generated on December 9th. The recording of the call is right here. And then it's any status we update it to will show, any note you take will show. So if you can record your entire journey with that customer right here on the lead page. You have your recording here. You can click this button and download it. If you need access to the actual file, it'll download straight to your desktop or laptop computer. So this is the My Leads page, and this is where all of your leads are going to go in. So that was a call. We can look at a lead here as well. Here's a lead that originally was generated on July 12th. We can see here that it's an aged lead. So then it went to the marketplace. And then this user purchased it. We have the address, their birthday, email, phone number, first and last name, all right here. You can add notes. So, maybe I want to call them back tomorrow on 4/27. So there you go. I left a note for myself there. So now I've reminded myself that I'm going to call them back. Maybe I want to change the status to appointment booked. So there we go. Now you can see it changed from new to appointment booked. And then if I go back, here's that lead I was just in. I can see from my Leads page that the status is appointment booked. So the last thing I want to show you guys is the Aged Leads Marketplace. So all of your leads are going to be coming directly to, this is for the leads, by the way, not the calls, obviously. But all the real-time exclusive leads are going to go to your campaign for 30 days. After 30 days, they're going to come into the marketplace to be resold for one time. So any lead that's generated as a real-time lead, if the status of that lead is not updated to a sale or that there's an appointment booked, it'll be sold. Now, if you have those leads in your real-time exclusive lead campaign and you receive them and you made a sale or you have an appointment booked, they're not going to move forward. Also, if you've marked them as a do not call, if they've requested that, then those also will not go to the marketplace. But then when you're in the marketplace, you can go in, I can select, okay, Medicare, I can look at a specific state. So here I'm looking at Florida. I think we recently had someone purchase a ton. So it looks like we have slim pickings right now, but you can go in, see, okay, what area of Florida has, the most. You can look at a specific county if you want. Then you just fill up your order here. I see there's 59 available. So, maybe I want to buy 50 of these, and then you'll just check out. You just have to have a minimum purchase order of $50 to check out of the marketplace. And then all of those aged leads are going to show up directly in your My Leads page right here. So you can see it looks like this person had a marketplace order right here. And so that's where all these leads came from. Lastly, I just want to say we have a really great team that loves, talking with agents and helping agents, really get the hang of things. So if you ever have questions, please feel free to email us right here at support@leadstarhub.com. And one of our customer success agents will help you with your campaign, help you get set up. And even if you have questions about the leads or calls that you're receiving, you can reach out to us there. And our support team, if you request it, we'll go in and listen to your calls and, see if there's anything we can do to help you out with the calls and leads that you're receiving. So I went over the campaigns for the live calls and the real-time exclusive leads, showed you guys where all of those are going to show up in your My Leads page. And then we went over the Aged Leads Marketplace. So that is everything. Did I miss anything, Megan? Is there anything that you want us to hit on?
I think you pretty much covered it all.
Awesome. Does anyone have any other additional questions that didn't make it into the chat, that didn't get answered, or anything?
There is the most recent question. Is there a ticker system within this program to get back to folks by date? If you're referring to, the 90-day policy where you can't contact them after that 90 days, we do not have that implemented into the system. That would be something that you would have to self-manage. Although we do recommend that you are keeping in constant contact with these leads, especially the real-time exclusive leads, because they are in real time. You want to make sure that you are at the top of their mind right when they answer that advertisement. So you should be responding to them within the first minute. So it really shouldn't be an issue, that 90-day rule, but let me know if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I know that Gabriel, you had mentioned that maybe you wanted me to screen share the document that I had dropped in the chat. I can still do that if you think that would be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you hit on that for a few minutes just so people can have something to reference when we get off the call here.
Sure.
And Carl, if you could do me a favor as host, can you make sure that everybody has the capability of unmuting themselves and asking any questions? You don't have to put it in the chat. You can actually just unmute yourself and ask a question if you have any questions for any of the parties here, Max. Okay.
Yeah,
So
actually, Max has got the host controls right now.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you should be able to mute yourself. If you guys have any questions, you don't have to do it in the chat. But go ahead, Megan, if you want to go through the PDF file.
All right, so this is the document that I had dropped in the chat at the beginning of this call. This is kind of a new training resource that we have recently implemented and created just to help everyone who's on the platform have something to quickly reference whenever, you know, they're looking for additional training for Medicare or just questions about the platform. So you guys can save this to your computer or rewatch this video if you want to reference this at any point. But so we just have a table of contents, and then it goes into an about us section, just how our leads are fully TCPA and CMS compliant. The customers will call you when they're ready in real time on your own schedule, things of that nature. And then we have some testimonials from our users. As you can see, the platform does actually prove results, and I will kind of get into the behaviors that we recommend that you implement to see results like this. You can see, you know, we have a user converting at around 50%, 22%, 24%. We do yield good numbers on with our leads. So here you can reference how the leads are generated and their cost. We've already discussed this, so I'll just glaze over that, but it is in here for your later reference. And this here is one of the behavioral statistics that we found within our data set that we do like to share out with our users. We have two categories of users on a platform: performers and non-performers. And our data suggests that there's a strong correlation between the amount of calls taken on the platform and the success on our platform. As you can see, you know, users that don't really see a lot of success, most of them are taking under 10 calls. They're not really trying out the platform, and they just give up. When users who, you know, kind of give the platform a shot, stick it out, and are really diligent on, you know, working their leads properly, you see they have a 20% average conversion rate, $195 average CPA. So consistency is key here with the performance on our platform. And then to be able to perform, we just go into some key success strategies. These are for real-time exclusive leads. Like I had mentioned before, speed to dial is crucial to the success with the data leads. If you guys are interested in taking those, the first minute of receiving the lead, you should be, you know, reaching out with your first phone call, as they are actively on the internet when you receive them as leads. So getting to them as soon as possible will increase your chances of success. Attempts to contact, you should be contacting them at least 12 times. Data has proven that it can take up to 12 times before a lead actually does answer the phone. So you should be calling them 3 times a day, leaving a message once a day for 4 days. And double tapping is kind of like a little bit of a newer strategy that they've found can be very successful in increasing your contact rate. And that's going to be calling the lead once, waiting 5 minutes, and then calling back again, just because of, you know, people are receiving phone calls all the time, that, you know, a similar number calling back again will increase their chances of actually picking up the phone. For key success strategies for the live calls, establishing control over the call. The first minute of the phone call is extremely important into establishing your control. This is not, you know, face-to-face sales. It's harder to have that person-to-person connection. So making sure that you, you know, can get their trust in the beginning of the phone call will increase your chances of getting that sale. Instilling doubt. This is kind of for another way to gain the trust of your prospect, is by creating doubt in their current choice or their current plan. You can do this by asking them a few simple questions like specifics on their current plan. And if they can't answer them, then you can, you know, go into, well, maybe we can start by helping you understand your current plan, and then we can ensure you are getting what you are entitled to. Just another way to draw them in and help them to trust you and making sure that they are getting everything that they are entitled to. And lastly, we have assumptive language. This is another great way to establish control over the call. It's basically just assuming that you have the sale before you actually do. Instead of, picking up the phone, getting a transfer and saying, oh, how can I help you today? You want to say something like, this is how I'm going to help you today. Just kind of establishing the control, and don't give the lead the chance to, just hang up. You need to be very assertive in your language. And then we go into the importance of dispositioning the leads. I believe Max touched on this, but whenever you do go into your My Leads page or you receive a lead, it is very important to make sure that you're changing the status consistently and throughout the entire sales process of your lead. Maybe you will change it to a follow-up disposition and then a sale afterwards, not just, going straight to the sale. And this will help us to completely understand exactly what's happening with our leads on the platform at all times, so that we can properly optimize the platform and ensure that everyone's getting the best product possible. So we just go into a little bit more of tips and tricks and training for Medicare do's and don'ts. This is just something that you can read over very quickly. It's a lot of great information. We worked with Bobby Beisch, who is extremely knowledgeable in this industry, to create these things that you can keep on top of mind whenever you're performing your sales process. And then we go into common Medicare objections, things you may hear over the phone that you might initially have a hard time coming up with a response to, like, I've already picked out my insurance for the year. That's great. Can you tell me what your over the counter or utility benefit for the year may be? Most of the time they will not know, which again is instilling doubt in their current plan and opens the door for further conversation. So just some things that we hear over the phone a lot that a lot of people have a hard time overcoming, which can lead you to lose the sale. So we just have this here to quickly reference. And then we just ended off with some links to go out to our YouTube channel. We do have specifically a training video for Medicare live transfers that I recommend you guys all watch if you are interested in getting that product. But we have a sales process script that goes along with that video. This link will lead out to that we also do highly recommend that you use. It kind of ties into all of the training and tips and tricks I just described. We have a video on ACA sales. And then here's just some platform training, additional resources if you need on how to set up campaigns, disposition your leads, and then dive into, the integrated CRM on our platform on how to access the leads after they've been purchased. So yeah, this is in the chat. It's a great resource to reference and go back to whenever you're, having a hard time. Maybe you're having a hard time selling, you want to refresh your brain, or you have some questions on the platform. And that is in the chat for you guys to access. Do we have any questions?
I do have a question. I am new to this. I learned about it. I went through the process. I've completed my AHIP training. I'm doing the product specific training now with the individual insurance companies. I was playing around on some of the stuff on the LBA website. So this is new to me. So I have the link to the site now. What are the steps that I need to do to go ahead and get signed up on LeadStar? I mean, I was just on the site here. I looked at the link on his toolbar there. I put it in. So I'm here on the LeadStar marketplace, and I guess I just click sign up and put my information in. And if I'm appointed with LBA, that'll automatically link me into it. How does that work? And what steps do I need to do to get to the point where I actually start getting calls?
I'll take this question here, Megan. So pleasure to meet you. The next steps on what you need to do is you're going to want to reach out to Shane in our back office, and he's going to get you set up he'll send you the link on how to properly get set up through LBA, and then that way he can set up the credits on your account once you're fully appointed, and then you can start using the program. So I'm going to drop in the chat box right now for everybody, in case you don't have Shane's information. Let me go ahead and drop it here in the chat. So everybody has that information on how to contact Shane in our back office. All right. And Shane is also your to-go person for anything with appointments, AHIP certifications, E&O, any questions as far as paperwork. He's going to be your main point of contact, and he'll help you get set up and make sure everything's moving in the right direction. Okay. Great question. All right. Any other questions, guys? All right. Excellent. So I'll close it up here by saying this is a great tool for everybody here. Once you get fully certified, fully appointed, you can immediately start getting live leads right from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go anywhere, and pick up your phone and just start closing deals and building that book of business. Remember, this is one tool that we provide through LeadStar. We also have other options. We can do direct mailers in your zip code, where you can go to a local library or you can go to a local facility. It's very inexpensive, and we can help you get set up, and you can get in front of a crowd. Okay, so that's another way. You've got your warm market. Anybody that's over the age of 65 or older is a potential client for Medicare. Plans change every single year, so that's another way. Or if you need any help with strategizing and marketing on how to get more clients, we're here to help you. Okay. Also, as we get closer here, we're not quite there towards open enrollment, but open enrollment is a big time of the year where we have a lot of great opportunities like co-oping. We have retail opportunities, Walmarts, Walgreens, CVS's, where you can set up a tabletop, sit there, and you'll get clients from that. So we've got a lot of different ways where you guys could capitalize and build your Medicare business, and we'll be glad to go over that with you and help you in any way we can. Okay, so thanks everybody for joining. If you need any information, hold on one second before I leave here. Let me just drop this in here for you guys, so that way you have everybody's contact information on the team, and you can start getting your LeadStar set up. All right, and if anybody needs help with any type of recruit, if you want to build a team within LBA, remember you have that opportunity within our platform. Feel free to reach out to me or Carl. We'll be glad to help you and put a game plan together to start helping you build a Medicare agency and bring on other agents which you can override. All right, guys, take care. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you on our next training, which will be 2 weeks from now. Every other week we have a training. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Thank you, everyone.